Yo, hope everyone's doing well. Doing well. Happy good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. So, when I started this little bit of sobriety memoirs and just trying to help some people. So, when I started my sobriety journey many, many years ago, um, I was so scared, y'all. Like, I was terrified. Um, I didn't know how to do anything sober. Like everything. I mean, I was a functioning alcoholic, till the very end. But, outside of work and just like I didn't know how to do anything sober. Like all my music, didn't know how to write sober, record sober, perform sober, talk to people sober, date sober, socialize sober. Like everything just always had to be a drink in my hand. So it was very scary just trying to relearn life skills, and basically like you're restarting your life and relearning how to talk to people, how to date. You do music, you do other stuff, where you used to use whatever you used to get high or get drunk. While you did that, you don't know how to do that. And this is like 20 plus years of drinking. So it was extremely terrifying, extremely difficult. It's the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in my life, getting sober. But you know what? It was worth every struggle, every night, everything. It was worth everything. So, I think there's a saying somewhere where it's like, I'll try to find it, maybe post it. When you're in addiction, you give up everything for that one thing. Like, that's all that matters. Like, the next high, the next hit, the next drink, the next drunk. That's all that matters when you're an addict and when you're really active in your addiction. And it goes bad quick. So that's all that matters. You don't care about no one. You don't care about nothing else. That's it. like come hell or high water, you're going to get what you want to get. Once that thought's in your mind and you let that thought keep going and you don't take captive of that thought and get that out and you marinate on that, that thought's going to turn eventually into an action, or it's going to turn into a decision, because you're going to try to justify and play all these tricks on yourself. Everybody knows what they do with themselves, and that's a part of recovery. You got to be honest with yourself if you want to get well. So you start playing that in your mind. Then you make a decision. Then you take action. Then you're screwed if you're an addict, because then it goes bad quick and you want more and more and more. And I am an addict, and I'm still an addict, y'all, but I'm in recovery. I've been sober. You know what I'm saying? Because once you're an addict, you're always an addict. Once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic, but you're in recovery, and then you help others. So back to my point, though, it's like, it was the most difficult thing I ever did, but it was all worth it. So I'm so grateful every single day, and I'm just trying to do a better job of spreading the word, spreading the good news to people, and trying to be of help to people that truly want help. So if you're struggling with addiction, with substances, with alcohol, things like that, and you need help and you want help, please reach out to somebody. There's tons of resources available. There's tons of treatments that are free or really cheap that'll work with you. But you have to want it. Like, you have to want it. And, when you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go but up. So what else you got to lose? You know what I'm saying? When you hit rock bottom, the rock is God. You know what I'm saying? So, in the grand scheme of things, turn it over to God. Trust Him. But if I can get out of that type of life and out of that type of stuff, you can too. Anybody can. And I know you guys see other examples in all types of people and more people getting sober. And listen, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody is an alcoholic or an addict, but this is for those who are. You know what I'm saying? They got a problem. So you got to accept you got a problem. You got to get to that point where, wow, I got a problem. That's the first step. You got to admit that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to ask God for help, and you got to admit to God you need help with that problem or whatever you call your higher power. You know what I'm saying? But whatever you got to give that up and ask for help. And then you got to get professional help, and you got to get started. You know what I'm saying? And you will get better if you do those things, but you just take that first step. I've done it. I'm a big advocate for it. It affects many people in my life, even currently. It sucks. You know what I'm saying? Addiction sucks. Alcoholism sucks. Drug addiction sucks. I don't care about the parties, and I don't care. And not everyone's an addict. Yes, have a good time. But all this BS, it's all lies. It destroys our communities. It destroys us as people. All types of people. It gets us off what we're supposed to be doing. The master plan. Addiction sucks. Alcohol sucks. It sucks. Alcohol addiction sucks. I wish I could go have a drink or two and that's it. And be chill. And that's it. Tons of people do that. Go with the guys, have a few beers, watch the games. Cool. Don't need nothing else. I can't do it. I'll go off and destroy my life. And I know that about myself. And that's why I was able to get better. So I just want to help other people get better because I've seen it firsthand. I'm seeing it right now. I hate this shit. It sucks. So if you got a problem, please try to get some help. Reach out to me if you need to, whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's still stuff I do every day and every morning that helps me stay sober. So, sobriety is a wave, y'all. So much more to life, man. It opens you up to like real life. You know what I'm saying? Like real feelings, real things. So yeah, that's enough for the video, but it was the hardest thing I had to do. I want to encourage somebody who's going through the same thing, who maybe is terrified right now and just starting off, wants to get sober, wants to get off the drugs, you know, whatever. You can do it. You can do it. You just got to push through. You got it. God is the number one answer. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, you need help. Reach out to somebody. There's tons of stuff out there. Sober life is awesome. It's awesome. And Jesus is the way. So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Stay tuned. Working on a lot of things behind the scenes and stuff like that. There's been a lot of life craziness going on too that we're coming at that I'll touch on a little bit later sometime in the future. But I'm still here. I'm still rocking. Love everybody. Appreciate y'all. Peace and love.